AI PC. You have seen the sticker, small, colorful, sitting on the corner of the box, bold letters, a promise baked into the product before you even open it. Microsoft calls it the biggest shift in personal computing since the internet. Intel calls it a revolution. Qualcomm says it changes everything. So you buy it, you bring it home, you set it up, and then, out of curiosity, you open Task Manager and look at the NPU, the Neural Processing Unit, the dedicated AI chip that justified the premium, the sticker, the marketing campaign, the revolution, sitting at exactly 0% usage, not occasionally spiking, not warming up, 0, idle, doing nothing while you work, browse, and live your digital life exactly as you did before you bought the future. You did not buy a revolution, you bought a sticker. And the story of how that sticker got built, marketed, and sold to millions of people is one of the most revealing things the technology industry has done in years. Chapter 1. The real problem the AI PC was built to solve. To understand why the AI PC exists, you need to understand the problem the industry was actually trying to solve. And the uncomfortable truth is the problem was not yours, it was theirs. Laptops got too good. If you bought a machine with an Apple M1 chip in 2020, or a laptop running AMD's Ryzen 5000 series, you are probably still running it today. And it still handles everything you need: browser tabs, video calls, documents, photos. For 90% of people doing 90% of tasks, a 4-year-old laptop is genuinely fast enough. That is a remarkable achievement for consumers. It is a catastrophic problem for companies that need you to buy a new one. Intel's laptop processor sales had been declining. The upgrade cycle that drove the PC industry for decades, where every few years your machine felt noticeably slower and a new purchase felt justified, was breaking down. Laptops had become appliances. You bought one, it worked, and you kept it longer than manufacturers wanted. So they faced an existential question. How do you convince someone to spend $1,200 on a new laptop when the one they already own works fine? You cannot make them much thinner, already thin enough. You cannot make them dramatically faster for everyday tasks, because everyday tasks are not the bottleneck. So you pivot. You find something new, something the old machine does not have, something with a name that sounds important and a connection to the most talked about technology in the world. You put it on a sticker. Chapter 2. The hardware is real, the promise is not. The NPU is a genuine piece of silicon, a dedicated section of a processor designed specifically to handle the mathematical operations machine learning workloads demand. Faster and more efficient than a general-purpose CPU core for those specific tasks. Less power-consuming, real engineering achievements. But here is what the marketing chose not to explain. The tasks NPUs handle: background blur on video calls, noise cancellation, live captions, real-time translation, were already being handled by your CPU, by your GPU, reliably and efficiently on machines that did not have a dedicated AI chip. The experience was fine before the NPU existed. The NPU does not unlock new experiences for most people. It moves certain background processes from one part of your chip to another part of your chip. It is a reorganization dressed up as a revelation. Microsoft built a certification program called Copilot Plus PC to formalize the category. To qualify, a machine needed to hit 40 TOPS, 40 trillion operations per second, a number that sounds enormous and technical and important, a number that almost nobody could explain the real-world significance of. 40 TOPS for what tasks? Producing what measurable difference for which actual users? The number existed primarily as a bar to clear. It gave manufacturers a target and retailers a selling point. What it did not provide was an honest answer to the question every buyer deserved to ask. What does this mean for my daily life? For most users, the answer was very little. Chapter 3. Recall and the feature that wasn't ready. The headline feature Microsoft used to sell the AI PC category was Windows Recall, described as AI memory for your computer. Continuous screenshots of everything on your screen, indexed using AI, searchable in natural language. Forgot what you were reading last Thursday? Just ask Recall. Cannot remember what that email said? Recall would find it. Microsoft showed it working smoothly on stage, then security researchers got hold of the details. A feature that captures continuous screenshots of everything on your screen. your banking sessions, your private messages, your medical documents, your passwords if they appear on screen. All of it stored locally in a searchable database, a complete record of everything you have ever done on your machine, accessible to anyone who gains access to your device. Security professionals described it as a privacy nightmare. The term circulating most widely among researchers was not AI memory, it was built-in spyware. Microsoft pulled recall from the initial launch. The headline feature of the AI PC revolution was not ready when the revolution shipped. The other Copilot Plus features followed the same pattern, announced confidently, rolled out gradually to certain regions on certain hardware, on timelines that consistently lagged behind the promises made on stage. The machines had already been sold, the premium had already been paid, the stickers were already on the boxes. Chapter 4. The AI you actually use. Here is the part worth sitting with clearly. The AI that most people actually use, the AI that has genuinely changed how people work and think and create, has nothing to do with the NPU in your laptop. ChatGPT runs in your browser on servers in data centers you will never visit. Midjourney runs in the cloud. Google's AI features run remotely. Claude, Gemini, Copilot, when it is actually doing something meaningful, all of it runs on hardware that is not inside your machine. Your NPU is not involved, not even slightly, which means every genuinely transformative AI experience available today is equally accessible on a 4-year-old laptop, a budget Chromebook, or a phone from 3 years ago. The AI PC certification, the NPU benchmark, the Copilot Plus badge, none of it changes what you can do with the tools that have actually captured the world's attention. You are paying for a chip that sits idle while you use the AI that actually matters. Chapter 5. This has happened before. The industry has done this before. In the mid-2000s, Microsoft launched Windows Vista with a set of hardware requirements that led manufacturers to put Vista-capable stickers on machines. The implication was clear: this machine is ready for the future. The reality was that many Vista-capable machines could not run Vista's premium features. Internal Microsoft emails that surfaced during the resulting class action lawsuit showed executives privately acknowledging the program was delivering poor experiences while serving hardware partner business interests. The AI PC is Vista-capable for 2025, a marketing label attached to hardware to signal readiness for a future that is not fully here. A certification that sounds meaningful but does not translate honestly into the experience being advertised. A premium being charged for the sticker rather than for a concrete deliverable experience. Chapter 6. What to actually do. The AI PC label is noise. Ignore it as a primary buying decision. What matters is what has always mattered: processor performance for the tasks you actually do, memory configuration that gives you genuine breathing room, display quality you will look at for years, build quality that survives daily use, battery life that fits your actual day. If a specific AI feature genuinely appeals to you, verify it is available now, not promised for a future update. Verify it works on the specific machine you are considering. Verify it works the way it was demonstrated and not in a more limited form that arrived after the marketing had already done its job. Do not pay extra for a sticker. The direction of travel is real. Local AI processing, on-device intelligence, private and responsive computing. That future will eventually produce something genuinely worth buying. But the product being sold today is running significantly ahead of the reality it is promising. And in that gap between what the marketing says and what the product delivers is where the lie lives. Quiet, pervasive, expensive. Sitting at exactly 0% in your task manager while you wonder what you paid for. If this made you think twice about what the industry decides to charge you for, I already broke down how the same forces killed the $500 laptop and why the people who needed it most are paying the price. That one is worth watching next.